Hey guys, what's going on? It's Andrew from AR Media. In tonight's video, I want to review Fast and the Furious 7. Now, with the Fate and the Furious coming out on Friday, I picked this up on 4K and I gave it a watch, so I want to go over the movie, the picture quality, and if it's worth the pickup. Let's get to it. So first and foremost, I want to do a quick shout out, and this is going to be to another member in the 4K reviewing community. Since I started up on YouTube, he's been super supportive. He really is a inspiration to me. He really is very motivational, and over time, me and him have really become good friends. We speak on Facebook all the time. We talk about things 4K and non-4K, and overall, he's a great guy. Really, really funny reviews. He brings a different aspect than I do, you know, a little bit more of a comedic side to the 4K reviews. So I just want to do a shout out to my man Brass Tacks. Brass Tacks, you have been killing it. Congrats, you're almost at 1,500, and keep going, man. Anyway, on to the movie. So I picked up Fast 7 and gave it a watch, and honestly, I was not expecting too good of results. I know that I was reading Fast 6 reviews, and I heard that it was a slight improvement. But watching Furious 7 was definitely a visual treat. Let's start on the movie first. Now, most of you have already seen the movie, but for those who haven't, I think this is one of the best in the series. I do think the original was clearly the best, but I do think this pays a lot of homage to the original series. It does go back to its racing roots at points. I really like how the whole crew is back together, and overall, it was just a fantastic movie. It really brought me back to the times of the original Fast and the Furious. Now, don't get me wrong, this is still over-the-top action, stuff that can never physically happen, but it's really, really cool to watch. The story itself is very good and intriguing, and, you know, it was Paul Walker's last movie, and he died during filming of this. And the way the director pieced this together, I know they used Paul Walker's brother and kind of meshed it together with CGI, but the way they did that was fantastic. You really can't even tell at all. And for those who haven't seen, the ending is super emotional, and the way they did the send-off for Paul Walker was really amazing. Everybody in the theater when I went was in tears at the end. And honestly, it's one of the most well-done endings to an action movie I've ever seen, and by far the best ending of a Fast and the Furious movie. Now let's get into the picture quality, what you all came here for. Now, Furious 7 comes in with a 2K digital intermediate upscaled to 4K. And honestly, I was really surprised by this because after watching it, I was so sure it was a 4K digital intermediate. Detail levels are incredibly noticeable. The improvement here in detail and clarity is off the charts. On Vin Diesel's face specifically, you could see a ton of imperfections. You could see wrinkles. On Paul Walker's skin, you could see the beer stubble. Every little detail pops. And especially when you're in like bright and sunny scenes, like, you know, when they're at the picnic table or when the house explosion towards the beginning, you really see the detail that was not apparent in the Blu-ray counterpart. And this was a fantastic upscale. I'd say that this is on the reference list for 2K to 4K upscales by far, and it might actually be the best 2K to 4K upscale I've seen. And I'd say it's tied with The Shallows and some other fantastic ones. Now, the HDR also is the star of the show in this movie. The cars, the vibrancy to the color in the cars is amazing. The reflections off the cars is amazing. The one specific scene where Toretto is jumping from building to building in the hypercar is literally mind-boggling. The display here is just amazing. The colors used in that scene, the gold is already really good and already really fleshed out and popped off the screen even on Blu-ray. So I knew that scene when you jumped to 4K was going to be epic, and it was really epic. It blew out of the water my expectations. Some other really noticeable scenes, them falling out of the airplane was incredible. And also, I mean, the ending, everything about the ending. So The last sequence takes place at night. For those who haven't seen the movie, it's mostly at night, and the HDR shines so strong here. You could see everything that's going on, every little detail, even more than I feel that I could see when I was in the theater seeing it. And it makes that last scene and the explosions and everything just that much more of a visual treat. Honestly, like, this is definitely worth the double dip. I was questioning myself when I first picked it up, but this is definitely worth the double dip. It's a substantial improvement, and besides that, right now you can get this on sale at Best Buy for $15.99, and that comes with a movie ticket to The Fate and the Furious. So really, it's a no-brainer to pick this up. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked the video today. Please throw me a thumbs up if you did, and please subscribe down below for more content in the future. Have a good night, guys.